Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And wow, the ANC government are getting antsy-pantsy, aren't they? They must know that they're in a whole lot of trouble. And guess what? They're right. And I don't think the ANC government is going to be in power much longer. And now they're focusing their attention on a spy network outside the borders of South Africa. And I guess I have to just plead guilty of saying I'm happy to be in their sights. Because you know what they can do? They can go and pog my horn. What are we talking about here? Well, the ANC have just appointed a director of the foreign branch of the State Security Agency, i.e., checking up on people they don't like outside South Africa. And I would kind of suggest that I'm pretty high up in that list of people. Well, I have one thing to say to the fellow who's going to be heading up that organization, Robert McBride. Middle finger, buddy boy, sit on it. I'm sorry to be a bit rude and crude, guys, but this is just the ANC government grasping for straws. They're a complete and utter hopeless case. Before we tell you Robert McBride's terrorist history, yes, he's a terrorist. He blew up and killed several people pre-1994, innocent people. This man is now heading up the foreign branch of the State Security Agency. Previously, he was with IPID, which was the government department which was supposed to check on the integrity of the police service. Well, we know how that went, don't we? He's a completely hopeless case. He's incompetent, he's corrupt, and he's a typical ANC stooge. So, Robert McBride, I am calling you out. President Cyril Ramaphosa this week confirmed his first pick as a director of the foreign branch of the State Security Agency. Robert McBride, formerly of IPID, will take over the critical job of coordinating South Africa's foreign intelligence. He takes over the helm of one of the most important positions in an organization riddled with vacancies, instability, and internal strife. Why don't they ever add corruption and incompetence into the line? Because that's what is actually going on. That's how fake the media in South Africa are. Let's face it. Anyway, let's continue. His appointment has been hailed as an effort to bring stability to the State Security Agency and to professionalize the intelligence services. McBride's name was touted for the position alongside former Deputy Minister of Energy Thembi Majola, who resigned from her position in 2016. Ultimately, McBride proved to be Ramaphosa's preferred candidate as the country's intelligence services are in a shake-up. His first task will be to stabilize the foreign branch, which had an acting head, Joyce Mashele, for the last 4 years. McBride will have to fill key positions in the organization, starting with a deputy director who is responsible for the intelligence of the rest of the world outside Africa. Well, guess what, Robert McBride? You and your little spies are not welcome in Australia. The door is shut. Go and stick that where the sun don't shine. And while you're doing it, you can pog my horn. McBride's appointment comes as efforts to restructure the country's intelligence agency back to its initial operating structure of having two separate entities responsible for domestic and foreign intelligence. A high-panel report on the State Security Agency, led by former Minister Sidney Mufamadi, recommended it revert to its old ways of doing business, of having the National Intelligence Agency dealing with foreign intelligence and South African Secret Service dealing with local matters. but efforts to amend the Intelligence Act have been moot, as the bill is yet to be tabled to the Cabinet for approval. In 2019, Ramaphosa announced in his State of the Nation address the country's intelligence services was in a shake-up. Efforts to stabilize the organization had hit a block, with conflict between Intelligence Minister Ayanda Dlodlo and the Acting Director General Loiso Yafta. Dlodlo was said to have had a run-in with Ramaphosa's appointee as a head of the State Security Agency's domestic branch, Sam Muofe. While insiders in the intelligence services have welcomed McBride's appointment, they warned instability in the State Security Agency was likely to persist as Yafta's contract as Acting Director General had lapsed at the end of June and was extended for a further 2 months. Why are we surprised that there's chaos back at home? In May, Ramaphosa extended Muofe's contract for another year and is not expected to extend it further. 2 insiders said McBride's key job was to clean up the agency of rogue elements while simultaneously work on increasing South Africa's intelligence capabilities in Africa and beyond. His appointment was welcomed by the Democratic Alliance but questioned by other political parties. Well, Democratic Alliance? My gosh, which side of the fence do you guys sit on? Absolutely clueless, like the ANC, aren't they? Well, John Steenhuisen is the leader, so that's par for the course. The party, this is the Democratic Alliance, said in a statement, "The Democratic Alliance hopes that McBride will rise above the politics and do the job he and his agency is actually supposed to do." Jaws dropped when his contract was not renewed as IPID head last year. He went on to work in the Department of Public Service and Administration, where he headed an anti-corruption ethics unit. This is where he worked closely with Dlodlo when she was minister of that department. Well, Robert McBride, I'm going to out you. Here's a picture of this little piece of, sh.t. Let's have a look at it. Okay, so Robert McBride, the terrorist, I am going to out you big time on this channel. We're going to report on your past in various videos, how you are just a piece of crap and just typifying the ANC government. Guys, it's time to move on. It's time the adults took over the classroom again. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe.